Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today it is Explorer, and as you can kind of see over here, I decided to test out the latest addition to Explorer. Most notably, it is what everyone's calling the top deck of Pioneer, and probably is a contender for top deck in Explorer, although it is missing a few cards. It is Mono Green Devotion for Explorer. Now, as usual, I actually came into this a little bit late, so I am copying someone else's homework here. This one, courtesy of Skura from MTG Arena Zone. The deck list, I would not be surprised. This is pretty much almost everything I see. The key components here are actually Kiora, Karn for the Tutor, and then some of these larger creatures, most notably the Old Growth Troll, the Cavalier of Thorns for their multiple mana pips. It could play mid-range. You're just ramping to Storm the Festival. It could play the long game. It does have a large sideboard list. Because this is best of one, our sideboard list is a little bit more limited. But otherwise, it's pretty much a ramp combo into something great. Let's see how great is it. Well, it's not the easiest deck to pilot. I will leave it at that. It took me a while to get to the wins. I feel like Mono Red is the natural enemy of this deck. Enough disruption from, say, Rakdos could also hurt the deck as well. But if you could get a relatively fast start, this one would not be what I would call a fast start. We're missing the Nykthos, we're missing the Kiora. Is this worth a shot? I think, well, our opponent's deck is Control. I'm willing to risk it because our opponent's deck is probably even slower, but we might be sorely mistaken. And we'll probably suffer greatly for that. Why did we not go for the Lovestruck Beast plan? Well, I kind of want to preserve some stuff for a while. But now I am willing to commit to the Lovestruck Beast. Now, if our opponent happens to have a counter, we can go Old Growth Troll. We are kind of telegraphing that we don't have Nykthos quite yet. Opponent seems to be playing true Control as of the moment. Now we can go Elder Gargroth. This does not have haste, so no real reason to. We're gonna offer to swing first. Yeah, we'll see if our opponent has a response. No real response here. So what I'm actually going to do is play the Old Growth Troll. Now, let's see if our opponent does counter this. Because the plan is, if our opponent is, say, saving for a board wipe, we can just, we let them board wipe. If it's not an exile-based board wipe, Old Growth Troll is still contributing the 3 pips and still contributing the mana. And it looks like our opponent just conceded instead. So that was fast. It's possible our opponent might have been playing Esper Control and they were really missing the black mana. But yeah, it's going to be really painful for control decks going forward. Not to say it's not impossible. You could still go Control here. I would say that it's not going to be easy to maintain control over things. I do suspect that our opponent's probably just missing black. You definitely want to be able to have proactive disruption rather than just purely reactive. Definitely keeping this one. We can do Nykthos into Cav, I believe. I would not be surprised with that opening. I would not be surprised if our opponent is going to do the same thing. I would prefer to have another forest rather than commit our Boseiju right away. Let's say our opponent plays Wolf Willow Haven. Our opponent is gonna play a Wolf Willow Haven now based on what they played. Do they have their follow-up's just an Elvish Mystic? Okay, not the worst. So we can kind of do the same thing that our opponent did. Now let's see. Does our opponent have Nykthos? Nope, not yet. But they are going to Storm the Festival. So, the double Cav. That's pretty potent. We will be able to. And the ramp is also quite brutal. And they hit Niktos off the ramp, which is a big pain here. So we are definitely playing Niktos. There's no reason not to. Unfortunately, let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to see if there's a way to generate more mana. So this generates 4. That generates 6. But we will need to tap this. And we might as well go for it. That's... Unfortunately, our 1 cav is not going to beat their double cav. Yeah, we don't need... Don't really want those. Might as well play the Elvish Mystic here. But our opponent is going to overrun us with mana. They will be able to storm the festival again. And with lots of mana left over. They're going for the... Well, that makes sense. They're going to try to open up as much mana as possible. They are missing a way to untap. If they hit Kiora, it's kind of over for us. Okay, a few... I suppose I would rather just tutor for... I would rather just tutor for... what do you call that? I would rather just tutor for the Great Henge instead of running a single Bonders Enclave. Yeah, but... Well, we will get our basic land. We can return the favor with our own Boseiju. Also hit off another lair. Not the best. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. They will be able. Well, with the mana here, they'll also be able to storm the festival again. So it's pretty much top deck mode, except that our opponent has has had the advantage of casting 3 storms to our 0. I would say that at this point, it's whoever can hit Karn will win. We're gonna commit the Old Growth Troll, take the 5. They're doing it to tutor. What will they tutor off? They might tutor the Storm of... No. Well, they could draw a card first. I'm gonna see if I just made a very big mistake. Anyway, we might have to make a 4/4 token. It's probably just tutor for Niktos, I guess. Which is probably overkill. Yeah, they are tutoring for Niktos. I guess they could. Yeah, they could just they could draw the card using the Bonder's Enclave there. Yeah, they haven't played it. They stormed the festival for 10. They could have done it the regular way, I guess. But let's see what they hit. Okay, they hit their Karn, which is already critical now. So we'll see what they reveal, but there is a very good chance we are not gonna survive. Like, I can generate a control token here. God Pharaoh statue. I guess we can sack. Yeah, more expensive, but we can still cast it. We have to take out Karn before they tutor into something even worse. Opponent apparently confident that, yeah, they needed to do that because they needed to draw. I probably should have swung with another creature. So let's see what we can hit here, but probably not gonna be worth it. Oh, we hit our own Niktos. A bit on the late side. Like, we don't have anything to cast with it now. Let's see, because our opponent can now go portal, force us to sack 3 creatures. Yeah, we don't have an out here. We're gonna concede this one. So don't be surprised if this is gonna be the future of Explorer unless something interesting happens. We're gonna see a lot of mono green devotion mirrors. But oh well. I am more concerned about the slowdown, though I think it might have to do with my internet. I'm already thinking of what single mana. No, we have to mulligan this. Oh my gosh, this is even worse. Well, at least our opponent's mulliganing also. Okay, we'll keep this one. We have to go. We need to keep these two. We probably have. We're definitely binning this. I think we bin Kiora also because we're not in any condition to do anything else. But we'll see. We'll see what our opponent's up to, but we might be in real trouble here. Let's see what our opponent has. Elvish Mystic, standard. Opponent takes because no reason to give up the mana elf. Opponent is playing the elves deck though, so let's see. Definitely want to sandbag Boseiju here. I'm gonna throw this guy front seat. Nope, not. So the question now is, can we outpace our opponent? Our opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana in store. Let's say they have 6 mana from the land drop, and if they sequence them their plays with the other cards, they can get even more mana out of the deal. We are in super yikes territory. Nice that this is probably gonna be the main answer to non-basics for the longest time. Elvish War Master into, okay, Suspiria Sentinel. So this will tap for 4 mana, 5 mana. Oh no, they don't have anything left. So I am gonna throw the troll. Opponent probably still gonna take. It's highly unlikely they're gonna chump. Well, they could chump with the token. Yep, they're just gonna chump with the token. They're willing to take the tree. That's fine. I'm actually surprised. I would have expected them to take the 4 altogether. Now this can answer an artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land, of which our opponent's gonna have none of the above. If our opponent does something else, well, they could respond. Like, they could tap this for a lot of mana to tap this to make even more mana. Though they're down to 1 card. And they've already activated the Elvish War Master here. If they tap that for 6, I'm not gonna even bother with Boseiju at this point. Okay, Maze and Forerunners. We'll take 7. Yeah, we're only taking 7, I guess. Unfortunately, we're not gonna have enough mana. We only have like two. We're only gonna have 2 mana available. We're probably going to give up 1 creature at some point. And this costs. Yeah, this costs 3 mana. I guess we could throw the. We could throw the troll and see if our opponent obliges. Probably not. We'll just take the Great Henge. Now, I guess we could have also... No, we wouldn't have had the mana to do both. Now, our opponent will probably have enough mana to activate this twice, though... Yeah, we're still in rough shape here. If our opponent activates... No, opponent will generate 16, so that gets 2 activations. 5. So let's take a look at how much damage we're looking at. 2. Seven. Yeah, we can't do that. We need to block as many as possible. No, that sets us down to 1. We probably have to put that in force anyway. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, only 7 mana. Not enough. The restorative burst part only returns it to our hand, which is... Yeah, none of this is enough. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 mana is not enough. We can just... You know, like this is all we can do. 1 of this, and concede. So I'm starting to doubt what everyone is saying about mono green devotion. It requires the perfect sequence of cards and no interaction, but you're not gonna always get that. When you do get it, it runs pretty fine, but there are many times that you're not gonna get it. Like we had to, and there are also risky hands that we have to keep because sometimes you just hit too many copies of Nykthos and not enough green mana to get started. So in this case, we are going to get started pretty well. Okay, there with the Hydra first. So next turn we can Nykthos. Probably going for the Wolf Willow Haven plan. Into another elves, so not the... Well, multiple elves is a good start, I guess. We also are drawing into too many elves as well. I can go for Karn right away. I can go for another Old Growth Troll. I think I'll do another Old Growth Troll first. Huh? Hold on. Yeah, this is how I want to do it. And I'm even gonna throw in the 1 Elvish Mystic, see if our opponent is gonna... Nope, no blocks. That's a given. Opponent is swimming in mana right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Potential 7 or... Okay, so they're just going for a cab. Into... So... We are hitting all our getting all our cards in a row. And the opponent concedes. I would have gotten something to slow our opponent down. I would probably have started with God Pharaoh statue. Then the next turn, if our card is still up, I would go for either Cityscape Leveler or Gate to Fire Extra at that point. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. But not in the way that I think a lot of people are going to be happy with. To think that well, if you're not a fan of this one, the good news is the next event is going to be All Access Brawl, so that would be a very interesting time to try out a lot of the other new stuff. Again, 1 mana, two elves. Not really ramping into much outside of Karn, and if we miss another land drop, it's really scary. This one is more palatable, but I would prefer to have another. I would prefer to have another green mana source. The bright side is if things are yeah, we're probably going to actually just run Kiora first. And the reason for this one is it gives us an untapped step. Okay, looks like our opponent is actual elves. So let's see. This just generates 2 mana. No, we will still have to use it. But let's see. We could tap it like that. That saves us a mana. Okay, sure. Untap this. That generates us the mana for this one. There we go. Hello? Hello? Okay, sige, tanin. Okay. If this is a pure elves build, definitely, I am definitely offering the chump block here. Because even if we lose the Old Growth Troll as a creature, it still generates mana. It still generates mana for us, albeit on a single very fragile land. Opponent actually is also in the Niktos plan. Or could just be mono green. I would really love to have rather spread this out, but let's see. 6 mana, making it 7. We'll go Storm the Festival first, see what we hit. Okay, we hit the Cav. We'll also hit our Karn for free. We'll put a regular forest. So we get to untap. And we now need to figure out. Oh wait, I now know what to know what to get. We definitely have the mana for this. Like, I could actually even drop this for more mana. Hold on. So let's spend that. Hold on. Okay, let's play it safe. Let's make sure we don't tap by mistake. So this clears our opponent's board. They will still have the mana, so to speak, off Old Growth Troll. So it's at the beginning of our upkeep. Yeah, we're gonna take their Steel Leaf Champion, and then we can start storming the festival. Our opponent is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's it. A portal to Phyrexia that early really wrecks the game. That's pretty much how busted the sequences you can get from this deck are. However, is it reliable? It's probably more reliable in best of 3 when you have access to a bigger toolbox and not just some 7 cards. Okay, I'm also experiencing some weirdness here. Let's probably do one more match. So at least we're able to chalk up some wins. For me personally, it means I have a green deck that I can now use for dailies. Do I want to pilot this deck? It's probably frustrating enough for me that I would rather still pilot Rakdos, even though it's probably gonna drop off the explorer power levels. No, technically I could have stacked them all here because it's just an additional trigger. Opponent having to go for the budget Nykthos. Wolfillow Haven does save the day. They might even have the same play that we do. Yep. So let's see. Can we take advantage of it? Not with Storm the Festival. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Oh wow, she's so 1, 2, 3, 4. Mostly for the draw card. It's another elves. We could use some land, but at least we have some board presence. Definitely gonna go for Storm the Festival next turn. Opponent going for another elves. That generates this X equals 5 thanks to these double wolf willows. So that brings them to 6 mana into Karn. What's their tutor target for Karn? We might be in trouble just off the tutor target alone. Like if we can hit the Boseiju, that would be solid. We would have a way to wreck this part. Let's see if they get... Okay, they're going for Stone Brain. They might be going after our Scavenging Ooze. Okay, this is an interesting take on the build. Yeah, we will Storm first. So Old Road, Wolfillow Haven would be nice. We'll just take these 2 first. We are going to draw some cards off this. Maybe we can hit Nykthos. No, we hit Nanissa. We hit a land. So not very ideal there. We're only going to get 2 mana, so maybe I don't even see the point here. Like we could drop another land or elves. We are gonna pressure the Karn at least, though we're bound to lose something off it. Okay, opponent actually... I think we'll actually pass. Curious as to what our opponent gave up there. Yeah, this will definitely be the last game for the... Okay, opponent goes for Portal to Phyrexia. They might actually go for Portal first between the mana generated. Would they have enough mana left over? 10, so technically not enough to left over, but we have easy sacrifices there. I could have also sacrificed the Old Growth Troll, preserve our mana, but we are sitting at 6 anyway. Unfortunately, this is gonna benefit our... Ooh, opponent does hit a Nick Toss. Hello? Tane. Okay, opponent is going to go exile 4. They're gonna name... they might name Karn. They could also name Storm the Festival, but I've already cast one. They might just go for Karn at this point. Though if they go they go for Karn. Okay, so we're still gonna have our Storm the Festival up, which is not the worst actually. Also, it's nice to note that it's actually working. Okay, so first off, which one do we take out? Probably want to take out the portal at this point. Yeah, we don't really have much of a choice on that one. So we're gonna swing this one at Karn, then we're gonna swing this one at Kiora. Both of them have enough trample that doesn't really matter. Though I did wish we didn't draw a card at this point. Okay, clear off the planeswalkers. Like I could cast Nissa now, but it feels a bit late. Let's just cast a Storm instead. So we hit Cav and Old Growth Troll. So, okay, we finally hit Nick Toss. Bit late, but we'll take it. Now let's see what our opponent's catch-up plan is right now. Nope, they don't have it. Whoo! So even with our opponent going off the combo part, we had enough mid-range and a lot of incidental trample that we were able to clear off their board. Boseiju is going to be so important in this deck here, so let's keep that in mind. Yeah, I really was almost about to go after their Nick Toss. Thank goodness I did not. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. Again, many thanks to Scuda of MTG Arena Zone for sharing the deck list. I will link their deck list and basically the very short article on that as well. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.